that Russian forces now inside the city. Jan Husar reporting from Kyiv is back with me. I hope we've been able to correct that line. Very, very disturbing images, Jan, on our screens right now on India Today of the destruction that happened last night and the effect of that destruction. We can see buildings reduced to rubble, lots of damage to many of these places where missiles have hit. How far away from you is this? And also tell us about what you think about the Ukrainian president talking about the Russian forces now entering into Kyiv, Jan.
Well, all these images that are there are still being confirmed. Some of them, they might look like residential buildings, but are in fact part of a military base. Because some of these military bases here in Ukraine, you have residential buildings that are like building blocks where actually the soldiers and the soldiers' families are living, and they are well within the base. So it is hard to say if it is a true civilian area that was hit, or it was a military base and it was a civilian area within the military base, which is considered a target by the Russian forces. And what is the president of Ukraine saying? That they are also asking people to stay vigilant and be ready to leave. As I am now on the street in downtown Kyiv, I see few people here and there. Most of them have backpacks and luggages and are hurrying away. Last time we were speaking, a couple of minutes before, there was air raid siren and people were running off the streets. The signal were lost. I lost the data signal. I lost the GPS signal. This happened to me actually yesterday when we were near a strike north of Kyiv, in Hostomel city. Yes. Which is 12 kilometers from Kyiv. And when the attack came, we were just 100 meters away from the rockets landing in the military base. What happened was that we lost all the data, GSM, and GPS, which means that there should be a scrambler, probably Russian scrambler, that is destroying the signal. Jamming your signals. This is happening also here. Yes. Also from today, the signal is less quality than yesterday. Yesterday, I was mostly in Kyiv on 4G. Today, it's only 3G. And this is going to be even worse in the next days.
Jan, where are people headed? We saw people behind you running towards shelters. Where are they headed to? Are they clear where they're going?
They are trying to leave the capital, if they can, to the surrounding villages and places like that, because they feel that it's safer there. I mean, the civilians are not the target here. This is not like a war zone in Middle East where you have corridors of refugees. I think most of the streets are open. There are security checkpoints now from the Ukrainian army if you are coming inside Kyiv. But when you are going outside, you are free to leave the city.
Panic increased over the last hour, Jan. I mean, I don't want to ask silly questions because this is a very critical time for you, but it appears that things are worsening with each passing minute. The last time we spoke, things were a little calmer. Half an hour later, it appears to be getting a little worse. There's more panic setting in now.
It is certainly picking up more than it was from yesterday. Because what happened yesterday, but the first attack was in the morning, and then there was a second attack around the noon, and now there has been constant attacks almost every hour. So the fighting is definitely keeping up. And as the president said, that Russian forces are in Kyiv, I think what he meant was not Kyiv city, but the Kyiv region, because the Russian forces were. To be confirmed yesterday, were there because they tried to take over a military base. So what happened was that they attacked the base with rockets, and in between, this was planned, there were some special forces entering the military base, and they tried to take over the base by force, by special forces, by using Spetsnaz and FSB Russian units. And there was a hunt afterwards, and all the civilians and reporters were technically kicked out of the northern part because there was active search for these Russian forces who are operating, let's say, out of the woods, literally out of the woods, which are situated north of Kyiv, and are using scrambling technology to scramble signals and are trying to destroy the air defenses of Kyiv.
Okay. Jan, I don't want to exhaust your phone battery, so I'm going to tell you that we'll relieve you for about 3 or 4 minutes. We'll come back to you after that. We'll connect with you once again after that. So stay with us. 3-4 minutes, we'll come back to you. I want to take our viewers now to a next set of very, very haunting images. Take a look at these images now on your screen of the Russian presence at the Chernobyl nuclear facility in Ukraine. Images on your left of the Chernobyl site earlier, and images now of the Chernobyl site with Russian tanks encircling the entire area. Chernobyl, remember, is the site of an infamous 1986 radiation leak, one of the worst nuclear accidents in history. It's a defunct nuclear facility which has been abandoned because of the lingering radiation levels that continue to prevail in that area. So it's not a place of human habitation, but it's a facility that Russia has surrounded with its military vehicles and infantry vehicles. Here's a full report on something that has befuddled the world, on Russian forces surrounding and taking control of the infamous Chernobyl nuclear site.